We're going to have the VW Sportsman versus VW Pro shootout. In actual fact, this is what it is. Now then, if you look down here, this is VW Pro, in this particular lane being represented by Tom Herbert with the Corrado, and VW Sportsman. So I've got the list, and we now need to start keeping score.
This is where it gets a little bit more serious.
Right, so first up is Tom Herbert. He is in the Auto Glim lane, and it's Dan Boucher, but I've said I'll call him Dan Brioche today, because he said he'd like it, because everybody pronounces his name wrong, so I said, I'm going to call you Brioche.
Brioche. Dan Brioche.
So Dan Brioche against Tom Herbert. Now then, you will see some dial-ins appear. Look on the back windows. 10.98 for the Corrado, 13.90 for the Polo. This is bracket racing. The Polo is going to get 2.9... my math has got 2.92 second head start. You'll see the tree come down separately. All right, so this is Sportsman racing. Whoever gets to the top end first without going under their dial-in will win, as long as there's no red light.
And this is what allows different types of cars
does,
to race each other and keep it fair at the same time, isn't it?
So the tree counts down the left side, tree counts down the right side. They're off and running. So can the Corrado chase and catch and go past? You'll see this one balance out at the finishing line. Looks like Tom might have got this one. He has.
Wow.
And he's taken that on a whole shot, actually. Well
wow, yeah. I'll tell you what, from here it looked a lot closer than that, but that was a really good
run. Look at the win margin here, 0.01 of a second between the two of them at the stripe.
Incredible.
So now we keep score. It's 1-0 to VW Pro. Right, okay, well, we got a Sportsman car, but we don't seem to have a Pro car. Ah, no, yes, there it is. Morgan Wilson. Oh, hang on, that one's gone. VW Sportsman 131. So Bruce Harvey. Should have been alongside Paul Jackson. So Bruce has taken that one. So it is now 1-1. Right, representing VW Sportsman then, it is Morgan Wilson. She dials in at 17.60. The Team Militia Golf is going to have to wait an eternity. James Gould dials in 11.2. 6.4 second head start to the Beetle. This is going to be very entertaining.
Very interesting, this.
He's just got to wait, don't flinch. Both into pre-stage.
And that's a discipline in itself, to wait. Yeah.
Both into stage. Morgan's tree will run first. Off she goes. Oh, he's a bit late.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of a cough almost.
That's his other thing. We can't read out reaction times. Looks like Morgan is almost at the finish line, but look at the closing speed. Oh, but Morgan goes too quick. She went 17.47 on a 17.60. The win light goes to the other side. That is bracket racing. You can't go under your index.
Yeah, of course, because she came in saying that she'd make it a certain time.
If she'd have looked in the mirror and seen that he was way behind,
she would have slowed it down. Yeah.
Wow. 2-1 to the pros. Next up then. I'm loving this. 1480 plays a 1250. So Ian Dale closing in, looks like he's drawing alongside. Oh, but no, it's not enough. Look at the breakout. 11.59 on a 12.50. So it's another win for the Sportsman. It's 2-2. Well, I couldn't really see that. So this is Phil Unsworth representing VW Pro. Should have been alongside Fee Sinclair, but Fee hasn't made the call. So I'm assuming that Phil will close his roof hatch in a moment. There we go. So it's going to be another win for VW Pro here.
And a good opportunity to test himself as well with this run.
Yeah. 12.99 is the slowest you can dial in VW Pro. 1404. Makes you wonder if you should switch to VW Sportsman. Right, this is going to be a good one.
This is where we really see that difference in timing and allowing someone that slight advantage, isn't it?
Yeah. You got Fat Man Racing with Andy Cooper with a Skoda Octavia, dialing in a 15.5, going alongside Luke Stevenson, who dials in a 9.5. Now you're sort of thinking, well, what on earth is a dragster doing here?
Well, this is my question.
It's powered by a VR6 engine. So it's a Volkswagen engine, hence it can run in VW Pro.
Ah, I see.
So that's what that one's doing. Oh, we got a Golf parked behind the barn. Raw 925X. It's a red Golf. Can you please move it? Thank you very much indeed. That is the main roadway, actually. It shouldn't be behind the barn at all.
So this is going to be a really interesting...
Well, this is definitely
battle.
Tortoise and hare, definitely. So Luke Stevenson in the dragster. He ran his first 9 this weekend, going alongside the Skoda. So the Skoda leaves the line, all but very slowly. There goes Luke. Well, he's going to pass it before the 330 block, that's for sure. There we go. Now then, Luke, does he back off? Does he take it all the way through? He's enjoying life in the car. He said he breaks out, he goes too quick, but I think, you know what, that doesn't matter. 142 miles an hour. He hands the win to Sportsman, but Luke's just put in an absolute flyer. Well done, Luke. The car is working well. He wants track time. He's trying to get the best out of the car, and to run a 946, absolutely fantastic. So well done, Luke. But the winner, VW Sportsman once again, 3-all.
So slow and steady does win the race. But no, this is it. It's about that contest, but also if you've got the opportunity to really push yourself, then go for it, you know?
Right, Jacob Bailey and Gareth Bates. Gareth with the Black Beetle in the Kestrel Beer Lane. Jacob Bailey with the Jet R. 10.40 his dial compared to 1585. So again, 4.45 second head start to the Sportsman car. So Jacob Bailey off in pursuit. Jacob catching, feathering the throttle at the stripe and takes the win. 1088 against the lose-out, 1632. Win margin, 0.4 of a second. That's another win to Pro. It's 4-3 now to Pro against Sportsman. Graham Fairhead with the Misfit. He's having to wait, and now he sets off in pursuit. Now can he catch Polly Judge with the yellow Audi? Oh, this is getting close at the stripe. Ollie's... Oh, that was very, very close indeed. So it's another win for Pro. Graham Fairhead takes that one. Kaylee Jackson with the Audi taking on Ed Keach with the Tangoed Golf. This is going to be another big... Look at this one. 12.2 for Ed. 17.99 for Kaylee. Now, on experience, Ed will cut a very good light, but Kaylee, do not underestimate that young lady. So off she goes. And Ed sets off in pursuit.
That was a really nice start from Ed there as well.
Well, Kaylee's already at half track. And there goes Ed. 1,000 foot, still Kaylee out in front. Ed may just inch this one. Oh, look at the numbers. Double breakout. They both went too quick. So you look to see who's broken up by the least, and that's Ed. He went 12.14 on his 12.20. So he takes the win He broke out by the least. So well done. It's another win for Pro. They're pulling away. 6-3 now. Will this balance them up? We got the late goose here, Adrian Solly with the Audi, dialing in 11.2 seconds. But this Audi TT, very, very consistent indeed. Justin Foley. Bearing in mind that Audi TT is 20 years old now. Doesn't look it, but
I was going to say, it looks like it's just straight from the showroom.
Well, they think they've become affordable now. So there's a lot of them appearing in VW Sportsman Racing. So not such a big gap between these two. 1477 plays in 1120. So will be the Audi leaving first. Look at the big slick tyres on the front of the Audi and the very small. The only job the back wheels have to do is keep the back end off the ground. That's it.
And you could see it there, couldn't you, from the Audi? The front was just pulling the rest of the chassis.
Oh, the front does all the work. And the Goose has done his work. Gets to the stripe first. Goes to 11.47. Takes the win from a 15.02. Wow, 7-3 now. W Pro. But it's Pro 7, Sportsman 3 at the moment. I think the Pro gang are smiling. Because don't forget, there's about 540 quid going into the pot for either Pro or Sportsman for the winner of the event in whichever class takes the overall shootout win. So it's a lot of money at stake.
Someone will definitely be getting the rounds in then, basically, is what we're saying.
No, they would just be buying parts.
Yeah, all that.
So once again, the Sportsman car will be leaving first. That will be the case in all of these matchups, to be honest. Audi is away.
Oh, that's a nice start.
James is away. Now, if they run to their numbers, should be fairly close. So the Audi at 1,000 foot is in front, but you can see the Golf closing in, and it's a win to Sportsman this time. Win margin 0.3 of a second. That now narrows the score just a little bit. Sportsman 4, Pro 7. Now, this is one I've been really looking forward to. You've got Carl Goldsmith in the Golf. That car torched a head yesterday, blew a head gasket, had to get it all fixed up. They're still working on the car this morning. Going alongside Ethan Lyle in the Rolling P. This car has run in the 14s already this weekend. He's backed it down to a 15.2. Not a lot between them off the line.
No, it's not really, is there?
Two very experienced drag racers indeed. Ethan looks like he's way out in front. He's on the brakes, but it's not enough. He broke out. You could see the brake lights. He only crossed the line at 81 miles an hour, but the win goes to Pro. 11.23 on a 1090 dial. That is another win, so that's 8-4 to Pro now. Right, the champion in VW Sportsman, Mr. John Crawford, taking on Alex Knott with a highly medicated Beetle.
I love the theme of that Beetle.
Ah, it's awesome, isn't it? You want to see it when we get to events like Flame and Thunder in November when it's dark and he puts all the lights on. It's just so cool.
Glow in the dark as well. Let's see if that can help him here with this race against the champ.
Yeah, 15.03. Sorry, 15.83 plays in 11.50. John is away. As all the rust blows out the pipes of the Beetle.
Doesn't look bad for either car though.
And it is John Crawford that takes the win there. Well done to John. That's on whole shot actually. 16.14 taking the win against a loser at 11.60. So another win for Sportsman. And that's 8-5 now. Jack Gooding with the Sirocco, and I'll tell you what, one of my favourite cars of the weekend. Look at the dial-in, 10.39 from a Lupo. I don't know what chassis. It looks like they just picked the body up and found something.
I was going to say, how did they come to that decision? Amazing.
Watch this thing go. Watch it go. That's nuts.
Wow.
It's absolutely nuts. It's James Rhodes actually with the Lupo. But came home second in that one, a 10.72, 132 miles an hour. But the win going to Jack Gooding. Well done to Jack. So it's Pro 8, Sportsman 6, and I think we've only got 2 more pairs to go. This is going to be pretty tight, actually. 16 pairs. Can it finish 8-all? Pro only need one more win to get the money. That's what we've got it down to. So Andrew Barnbrick then with the goal from Manchester. He is representing VW Sportsman in the Kestrel beer lane. Taking on Graham Freeman with Sick Bubblegum, the Beetle. So Andrew will be going first, dialing 14.10. Oh, this one looks like it could be close.
Yeah.
If the wind light comes on in the Autoglim lane, the pros have taken it. It's even. Oh, look at that for a judged run. 14.11
wow,
on
that
a 14.10.
is impressive, isn't it?
100th of a second out. Excellent stuff. So the
he knew
score,
exactly what he was doing there.
The score is Pro 8, Sportsman 7.
Wow, it's all come down
It's all
to
down
this.
to this. If Pro take the win, they've got it. If Sportsman take the win, I don't know what happens.
Do we share the cash? What do we do?
Stewart's inquiry, I think.
And look, this isn't much of a difference in time. You know, we've got the 11.82 here, but also we've got the 13 on this side. That's not a
well, that's the quickest you can dial in Sportsman, 13 flat. So it's pool day. Going alongside. Oh, just going to see what happens here.
Here we go then.
Green light race, that's the most important thing.
This is going to be tight between them both. That they've kept that exact same distance the whole way.
Carter is chase mode with the Audi. Is the wind light going to come on? It has indeed. Pro take it.
Big.
Left it to the last. Well done to VW Pro and VW Sport.